I'm back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. All right. I'm making this video. Like I said yesterday, that I have something weighing on my heart. And this is a part two to me saying that I have something weighing on my heart. I'm finna read the family. Everybody family. I'm finna read y'all. And I'm finna tell y'all exactly why y'all took the ancestors and them off the earth and why y'all took our parents and stuff off the earth. I'm finna tell y'all exactly why y'all did what y'all did. And I'm finna read y'all down to the T of why y'all did what y'all did. And it's going to be the truth of what I call out. And y'all know that. So let me get on down to the nitty gritty on this. I'm going to tell y'all why y'all removed the ancestors and the parents and all of that. The reason why y'all moved them is because of the struggle. It's because of the struggle that y'all been going through. That's what it is. That's the truth of the matter. It's because of the struggle that y'all been going through. See, back then, when the ancestors in them and our mothers in them was working, it wasn't that hard back then. So they can be able to pay, to afford their insurance and afford to make an inheritance. They can afford it back then because back then in their days, it was not as expensive as it is back in our days. It was not expensive back then. So they can save a lot of money back then because it was not that expensive. But see, now these days are very expensive because every year comes, it always, things are going up more and more and more and more. The insurances are going up. It's hard to pay your bills. It's hard to take care of your family. It's hard to pay your debt that you're old and all of that. So this is the truth of the matter why y'all took them out. Because the point is that you took them out because if you go and look at everybody's house, inside their house, and see how they living, to see how the struggle that they going through. Because every job that y'all work, y'all as working y'all butt off trying to pay y'all bills, buy y'all kids clothes, pay the bills that y'all owe and all of that. Y'all trying to do all of that. And y'all have 2 households in the house and still can't afford to pay the bills. You still can't afford to buy your children what they need. You can't do all of that. And then you're angry because you can't buy your drinks and your drugs. That's another reason why that made y'all go after the ancestors and the moms and the dads. Because y'all didn't have the money to do what y'all wanted to do. So y'all decide to say, okay, so since we don't have the money to do what we want to do because times is so hard, then why don't we just go after the ancestors in them and our parents, because we know they got money. Back then in their days, they didn't have to struggle. They didn't have to struggle. They had it where they can afford to get insurance and make an inheritance for somebody in the family. They can do that. But see, you got to understand this. The ancestors and the parents and all them knew that some of their children was not going to do the right thing. You get what I'm saying? They knew that. They knew that some of the children was going to do the right thing, and they knew that some of the children weren't going to do the right thing. So that's the reason why sometimes the parents and the ancestors don't leave nothing really to the children. And they really leave it to their grandchildren. Because they know that some of their grandchildren gonna do the right thing. And they know that some of their children's gonna do the right thing because they see it already. How their children carry themselves, how they act, how the things that they do. They sees that. So they know, well, I'm not going to leave this money to this person or that person because I know they're going to take that money and spurge it another kind of way. So that's why they don't leave it to certain children in the family. And they leave it to certain children because they know that they see that sometimes the other children's going to do the right thing with the money. And then they know that sometimes the other children's not gonna do the right thing with the money. That's the reason why things happened the way it did. That's the reason why y'all did what y'all did. It didn't have nothing to do with us walking with God. It had something to do with y'all trying to find out how y'all gonna be able to pay y'all bills. That's what it was all about. That's the reason why y'all removed the ancestors and the parents off the earth, because y'all was trying to figure out how y'all gonna pay y'all bills, because every time you turn around, times are getting harder and harder and harder, and y'all trying to figure out how we gonna pay our bills. So maybe we need to go and see what the ancestors left for us in the family, and see what the mom and dad and them left us in the family, and then maybe we need to just knock them off the earth and then just take that money and pay our bills. And then maybe we will be able to go on trips, because then we can have a little bit of money left. We could take trips and we can open up a business and all of that, because y'all don't know the ancestors in them could have a whole lot of money, and the mom and dad. Because you got to look at it. Go back to the days when the ancestors them had. Back then, they can afford. They had them stocks and bonds and all of that out back then. You know. And those stocks and bonds back then was worth money. Those stocks and bonds was worth money. And y'all knew that. Because back then in our days, they didn't have stocks and bonds out like that in our days. But they had them back in the ancestors' days. And in our parents' days, they had stocks and bonds. And so that's the reason why y'all did what y'all did, because y'all wanted them stocks and bonds so y'all could sit there and own y'all businesses, buy y'all houses and fix up y'all houses and stuff, and pay y'all debts off and pay y'all bills off. That's the reason why y'all removed the ancestors and the parents. That's the reason why y'all did it. It didn't have nothing to do with us. The only reason why it made it hard for us, because they left it to us and they didn't leave it to y'all. So y'all had to figure out how to go around us to get that money. Y'all had to figure how to work around the ones that they left the money to, so y'all can do what y'all wanted to do. So after y'all removed the ancestors and the parents, y'all figure, well, we got to find a way how we going to get this money out of them. So what we got to do is include a lot of more people in it, and then still they, what? Social security number, take their IDs and all of that stuff, and then we'll have the banks, and then we'll get some what? Lawyers and psychiatrists, lawyers and doctors and all of them, and add them all into it. So if we add them all into it, then we'll be able to pay our bills and stuff off, because we can always make the banks and them think that we can pay our debts off. Because you got to look at this. You got crooks everywhere. You got crooks that works in the banks. Yeah. That will take a little bit of nothing to help another crook out. Yeah, you got them too. You got lawyers that will help crooks, because you got lawyers that's crooks that will take a little bit of money to help a crook out to get what they need. You got what you call them, judges that is crooks that will take a little bit of nothing to help out the other crooks to get what they need. Yeah, you got them all out there. Because you know what? When they figure that you got something, they're going to jump on it and help and get what they can get on out of it. If y'all going to get them what they need and tell them that we going to give y'all a little bit of something to help us out, yes, they going to join in it, because the simple reason, they ain't making that much money either. So the lawyers And the doctors in them ain't making that much. The psychiatrists in them ain't making that much. The judges in them ain't making that much. So they join right on into it. And then you got people that's outside that you grow up with. They join in it because they got bills that they struggling with. And then all y'all got to do is pitch a little bit of something to them because they struggling. And they don't care because they crooks. And they need the money too. So yeah, they going to join in it because they got to pay their bills. They got to get their kids what they need. You know. And they want their drugs. So yeah, they going to join in it. So you got a lot of people out here that would love to join into something if they know they're going to get a little bit of something out of it. And they don't care about losing their own careers just to get what they want. They don't care about losing their careers. Because you know what? Let me tell you something. You don't think you're going to get caught up. That's the point. You don't think that you're not going to get caught up. So you go on in and join on into it because you don't think you're going to get caught up. You don't think that God is watching. But see, God watching all the time of everybody joining into things that they should not be joining into because they don't think they don't get caught up. And then at the end of the day, you get caught up. And then now you're finna lose everything because you done got caught up. Because you done joined into something that you should have not joined into. Because you should have used your head to understand that what goes around comes around and it hits you back and folds. And then when it hits you back and folds, you lose everything. And then next thing you know, you're living on the street. Because then you ain't got nowhere to stay. Because you sit there and you join into something that you shouldn't have joined into. And then you done sold your soul. And once you sold your soul, that's it. And see, a lot of people don't use their head because they trying to get fast money so fast and don't know that when you try to get fast money so fast, you end up with nothing. You end up with nothing because God is always watching. That's the point y'all don't understand. Because God don't come down here on the time that y'all think God should come down here and see what y'all doing. And thinking that y'all ain't gonna get caught up because y'all don't think y'all have consequences. Oh, that's right. We can do whatever we want to do because we don't have no consequences. But see, you don't realize you have consequences. You just don't know when your consequences are coming through. That's the point. Because y'all think because we don't see God, we don't have no consequences and don't nobody see us, so we gonna get away with what we do. And then at the end of the day, you realize that you're not gonna get away with what you do. Because sooner or later, your consequences come back on you. See, a consequences done came back on a lot of y'all that joined into that by taking stuff from people that you shouldn't have took from. And you did it. And now the consequences done came back on each and every last one of y'all for what y'all did. The banks, the judges, the lawyers, and even the doctors that joined in it, all of y'all that joined in it, consequences done came back on y'all. That said that thought y'all was gonna get fast money and get out of it really, really quick. But no. You done got caught up. Now you gotta worry about going to jail. You gotta worry about losing your family. You gotta worry about living on the street. You gotta worry about how you gonna survive now. Because you done sit there and you done sit up there and sold your soul and lost everything for trying to get fast money and moving people off the earth for no reason over something that didn't even have nothing to do with y'all. That money did not belong to y'all. That insurance money did not, that inheritance money did not belong to y'all. That insurance money did not belong to y'all. Y'all didn't have no right to remove the ancestors or the parents for their own stuff that they worked hard for to leave who they wanted to leave their money to. Y'all ain't have no right to do that. And that's why y'all are finna lose everything. Y'all gonna live on the streets. Y'all gonna lose y'all families. Y'all gonna lose y'all cars. Y'all gonna lose everything. And now y'all gonna see how people feel to live on the street that's struggling. That y'all always laugh at and talk about. Now y'all finna be in these people's shoes that be out there struggling, trying to figure out how they gonna feed their families, how they gonna keep a roof over their heads, how they gonna be able to take showers and baths every single day. That's what y'all finna put yourself in. Y'all done already put yourself in that situation. Now y'all finna see how the homeless live. And y'all finna live just like the homeless live in their lives. Because y'all put yourself there. Now y'all gonna see how it is when the homeless got to find all kind of ways to wash their bodies. Y'all finna see how I feel like the homeless did to find all kind of ways to feed their families. Y'all finna see how I feel how the homeless try to find all kind of ways to lay their head down to sleep at night. Y'all finna feel all of that. All that y'all did, laughing at the homeless, calling them stinking and nasty, thinking that y'all too good for them and all of that stuff. Now y'all is finna be in the same shoes that they in because y'all put yourself there for what y'all did for removing the ancestors and the parents and stuff off the earth. Now y'all put yourself in that same shoes. Now the homelessness gonna sit there and look at y'all and see how y'all like living the way they living. And as they're gonna say, so what y'all gonna do now? Take life one day at a time? Yeah, that's all y'all can do is take life one day at a time because ain't nothing gonna change for y'all. Because God already said that. Y'all done put y'all in a situation that y'all can't get yourself out of. And y'all did that to yourself for killing your own families. You did it to yourself. So now y'all know that it is a God. Now y'all know that it is a God. That y'all can do whatever y'all want to do and walk on earth freely. Now y'all see that. Because now y'all finna be in the homeless shoes and now y'all finna see how they feel to be struggling and trying to feed their families and keep a roof over their heads. Now y'all finna see how they feel. Because y'all put y'all there. Y'all put yourself there. Now y'all finna understand how they feel. So, I'm just telling the truth on telling y'all why y'all did what y'all did. It didn't have nothing to do with us. It had something to do with y'all trying to survive because it was hard for y'all to pay y'all bills, to fix y'all homes up, to put clothes and stuff on y'all children's backs and all of that stuff, and how to be able to afford y'all cars and keep y'all and get y'all cars fixed and all of that. That's what it was all about. That's what it was all about. So I'm just calling it out the truth. Why y'all did what y'all did. That's why y'all did what y'all did. Because y'all figured that the ancestors and them had a whole lot of money, stocks and bonds and all of that stuff. So why don't we just move them out the way so we can be able to afford to pay our bills and all that stuff. Then we can live comfortable. But now y'all see, y'all not finna live comfortable, is y'all? Y'all finna live like the homeless living now. Y'all finna live like the homeless living now. That's how y'all finna live. Just like that. So now y'all think about that for what y'all did. Think about it, because that's what's finna happen to y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus love you, Father love you, the Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.